Alright, y'all. I apologize again. You already know I got the eye issues going on. Gonna have another garage door session. This is the evening edition. As y'all can see, it's very dark out here right now. It's getting dark very quickly. I tried to get out here quicker, but I wanted to spend some time taking the dogs in and out. So, I am going to do a quick video on dog commands because I kind of just keep throwing it in here and there, but I never did an official video just on that. Okay, so people who have, I can't look right at the lens because the light is right there, so I apologize. People who have obedience dogs, typically you will see them come around and sit at their right side every time the trainer stops. My neighbor just got home. The dog will turn and come sit at the right. Show dogs, you don't ever want them to sit in the ring. You want them standing, and the way that we keep them standing is by putting some kind of food in their face, basically. And they know that we have it, and they just, I have no idea what my son's doing with his car. Gradually, you just let them know, like you start with maybe, say, 10 seconds, and they get a treat. Then you let them have 30 seconds, they get a treat. Then you work your way up, and okay, my son's friend is here, so he must be picking him up. Anyway, I'm going to keep going. Give me 1 second, because it's going to be awkward. Only in Florida, y'all. I think my son just locked me out of the house, and I'm sitting here yelling his name, and he's acting like he don't know his name. We got a neighbor down here, as dark as it... Hey, don't lock the door. I can't get back in. Thank you. She's down here. This woman does this yard like, I mean, she ain't playing. So she's on it, and she's weed eating at this time of night when it's... I got the light on, so y'all probably can't see, but it is dark. Okay? That's my light. There's, yeah, it's dark. Anyway. So, dog commands. I went over some of these before in a few videos, and I'm just going to try to put them all in one video because I've had other people ask me about this. When you're doing, and I'm going to say it's more, what is he doing? Look. Just keeps locking the door, unlocking the door, locking the door, unlocking. Anyway, when you're showing dogs, you don't want them sitting in the ring. So basically you give them food and you hold it in front of their face. You build it up over time, and you basically teach them from the age of a young puppy that you will get the treat, you will get the steak, you will get the hot. I recommend Gwaltney. I believe it's Gualtney hot dogs. They're cheap, 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 cheap. They're at Walmart. They're like $2 for a whole pack. You microwave them suckers till they're rubbery, because what you want is for the dog to not be able to just get it away from you and take it right out of your hand. You want them to have to work a little bit, so you pretty much just cut it in little chunks, and you hold it very small in your... Now, mind you, I didn't have these nails when I was showing. And the dog basically has to do this, because they're trying to get to the food. But that gives the judge time to put their hands on your dog without your dog being like, hey, what you doing, bro? You know, like ducking around. Because they're so focused on the food, they're not worried about what the judge is doing. I'm going to try to make sure I get these clips in time, because like I said, I can't look at the camera. I can't see very well still. And give me 1 minute. God, I'm blinding myself so bad. Okay, so number one son just left with a friend. That's fine by me. Don't matter. He's a grown man. He can do what he wants to do. Dog commands. When you are doing obedience work, obviously you have sit and down and stay and heel and all that. You don't have that when you're doing show dogs. You don't. It's not that you can't teach them those things, but you just got to keep in mind that the judge needs to see the profile of your dog standing. And you have to put their feet in a certain position. So the dog is already taught to sit every time you stop, then you got the problem of trying to like maneuver them. Now, I'm not going to say that's with every breed, because some breeds are really smart. You got your Border Collies, your Aussies, your Poodles. Not saying other dogs are dumb. I'm just saying that they will recognize the difference in their circumstances of where they're at. My best show ever was 2 wins in a row on a weekend in Ocala, Florida, when we had hurricanes coming, because I was showing Mojo, which was an American Staffordshire Terrier. I'll see if I can pull up a photo. I'm having problems with this phone transferring stuff from the other phone, so I'll try. Anyway, that was my biggest win ever, and Mojo ended up being a triple registered, which means ADBA. He was supposed to be AKC. I had problems with papers. I discussed that in another video. CKC, and there's many CKCs. This was the Canine Kennel Club, not the Continental Kennel Club or Canadian Kennel Club. There's many of those CKCs. And he was also internationally registered. They brought a judge. They literally like paid the money to fly him in. So Mojo showed on that 1 week. The judge basically went over and looked at the breed, checked off the thing, gave me all these things, and I have the medals in here. They're in the garage. I keep them in a big file cabinet. So, give me 1 second, editing again. Alright, sorry guys, I apologize. I can't see a darn thing right now because it's dark, and then I got this light in my face, but I want to make sure that you guys can see me, so hopefully I'm on the camera somewhere. If not, just listen to what I'm saying. Show commands. Basically, there are things like leave it, which means don't pick up whatever it is you're trying to pick up off the floor, because people will try to throw things on the ground, sabotage your dog, have your dog take some kind of a tranquilizer, and basically possibly even poison or kill your dog, because clearly you don't know which dog is going to pick it up. Off means take your feet off whatever you have them on. Down, that is more of a obedience command, and it basically means lay down. So you'll see a lot of police dogs do that, and obedience dogs. It's not really something we use in the show ring. I don't know why this phone is giving me such a hard time lately. It keeps cutting off. Okay, I did down, off, leave it. Step up basically means that you need your dog to take a step or two forward towards you. And you're trying to get them to move their front feet, not their back feet necessarily, but their front feet, so they get in the proper showing stance. Back up is the opposite. Your dog is getting too close to you. You really need them to stand perfectly still at a certain profile, and then you want them to back up so they're in this perfect posture. Clearly, humans have to intervene and put their hands underneath. You want to adjust from the thigh. If you're doing the back legs, to put them where they need to be, you pick up at the thigh, the top of the thigh. Pick it up, wait till your dog pauses, and you put it down gently. And you tell them to stay. Stay is something that's used in obedience as well as showing. I don't know why this woman is weed eating at this time of the night. Step out, is that the other? Leave it. Trying to think if there's anything else. Basically, you just have to go with your dog. If your dog learns the routine, they'll know it, because you start when they're very, very young. A lot of people will actually, I'm sorry if I have any snot, because like I said, I can't see anything right now. A lot of people, when they have a very, very young dog that they're learning or training to show, will actually stand their dog on 4 cans that are mounted on a table. What this does, it teaches the dog to basically have to keep their feet on those 4 cans, otherwise you end up tipping over and basically falling over. Now, if you have a grooming breed, whole nother stuff. I can't even get into that because I don't deal with that. But grooming tables, that's a normal thing at shows. You'll see all the tables in the back where basically like PetSmart, any other place you go, they have a little loop around their neck and basically stand them on the table, and they just have to stay there. Okay, that is also similar to a show lead. Give me a second, y'all. Editing again. I'm so sorry. God, blinding myself. Seriously, it's probably not helping my eyes, but it's all about y'all, not about me. A show lead. A lot of times you're not gonna, you don't use choke chains. You don't, well, let me take that back. You don't use prong collars. You don't use your proper choke chain. You use usually something fancy that is complementary to the color of your dog's coat. So I used to use a lot of gold little chains here. Not real gold, just gold colored chains, and then it's a very thin lead. Your leashes, you want them way up on the neck of a dog. And it doesn't matter if you're walking your regular dog, you're walking a show dog, you're walking an obedience dog. You want it as high up as you can, because when it's down here, even a choke chain, a dog doesn't care. They're like, whatever. They can still pull, they can yank, and contrary to what a lot of people think, a harness will let a dog pull harder. Hello, that's why they use them on sled dogs. Sorry about my nose. Like I said, I keep feeling like I got something in it. Anyway, so on show dogs, you will typically see a very thin, as thin as they can use, kind of choke-looking chain, but it's right up here, like right under the chin and right behind the ears and the head right here. That gives you the best control of your dog. Dogs are kind of like horses. If you have control of the head, you have control of the dog, just like horses. So, just another little fun fact. Moving on. Alright, I am officially blinding myself right now, and I need to get in the house, and it is mosquito time, so I have to get in the house. But like, subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell. Please leave any comments below that if you guys have any questions about things. It's getting ready to rain again. I don't know what's going on with this weather lately. So, I'm trying to get back inside, but hopefully I've answered a lot of command kind of questions as far as what people use for showing. I'm not a huge obedience person, but basically your sit, your down, your stay, all that stuff is used for obedience. And in the ring, you basically use more things like step up, step back, off, leave it. What's with these bugs? Those are the things you need because people are dirty and they will try to sabotage your dog. Some people are out there to win no matter what they do. Anyway, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.